Barton FM, following Barton Town. Sport on Barton FM is sponsored by Easy Buy.
Hello, once again we're down at basically our school for Barton Town's training sessions. We're going to see if we can get a word with Paul Roberts, who is the development director. He's supposed to be here tonight, so we can have a chat with him. We're also going to have a word with Nathan Jarman, get the latest news for the first team.
For the latest Barton Town news and information, visit the club's website at www.bartontownfc.co.uk.
Good evening, Paul.
Evening, Trev.
So, another evening down here, getting a bit cold now.
Yes, it is. Almost the temperature's dropped and obviously the lights are on. Great atmosphere, loads happening. Big kids, young kids. So, yeah, absolutely. So, in for the winter now.
So, how are the teams getting on?
So September we've had a great month, to be fair. Obviously it's our kick-off from a league point of view. The under-9s won another trophy, so they played at the Bradley second week in September and they won the cup, which is great, so they'll get presented that at the end of the season. The other team, 7s, 8s, 10s and 11s have all been in league action, and it's a mixed bag of results, but obviously really good, and obviously a really good start for them. So great stuff, great now obviously get going, which is really pleasing from a player point of view and our point of view, and a really good positive start.
So each team, obviously we've got half a dozen teams that fall into your group, so we've got a couple of under-10s play Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. There's an under-10s team, one will play Saturday, one will play Sunday, and there's an under-9s team, one will play Saturday, one will play Sunday across the two leagues, obviously the Scunthorpe League and the Grimsby League. Some of the players will cross over to the two teams, and some players will just play obviously on them days. But yeah, there's good coverage from an age group point of view, and also good coverage from a league point of view as well, which is great.
Okay, so we see one of the teams here, which is the
under 11s.
We've got the development squad here, under 11s. Who else have we got here tonight?
So from my point of view, it's the 11s. So they train on a Thursday. Friday's been our main night. We've got the 7s, 8s, 9s and 10s on the Friday. So every one of these 3G pictures is taken. But the 11s tonight have obviously been our oldest team at the minute. Good for them guys to train along with the development team, and obviously the first team and the reserves come later on.
Yeah. So you say which leagues do the teams play? You said.
Yeah, so 7s.
Scunthorpe and Grimsby?
Yeah, Scunthorpe and Grimsby. So 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s and 11s play in the Scunthorpe. And then there's an under-9s and an under-10s team play again on the Sunday in the Crofts Grimsby League.
Right. So they play all their games up here on the 3G pitch at the school?
Mainly the grass, to be fair. So obviously there's grass pitches down the sides.
Okay.
9 side there, 7 side up there. We only tend to use the 3G surface for games when it's too wet or the bookings are so busy on the grass that we can't get on. We normally like to play on grass, to be fair, and then we'll obviously drop on 3G if we need to.
So does the grass pitch make a big difference for the youngsters?
Well, it does. It's a different surface, and getting them used to playing football on grass is always a good thing. Obviously the ball is a lot slower when it's played against the ground, especially this time of year where the grass is a little bit longer and a little bit wetter. So I think it's important that they play on that surface so they're used to it as they get older. Training is always nice to do it on 3G, obviously nice and dry, and it's all year round. So I think we've got the best of both worlds down here, which is good for the kids.
And this weekend, what have we got coming up this weekend?
So another busy weekend. Everybody's in league action this weekend. So 7s are. You're going to get me now, Trevor, on where they are. 7s are away to Gainsborough on Saturday. The 8s are away to Barton Juniors. The 9s are at home to Dale Park. The 10s are at home to Discoveries. And the 11s are at home to Epworth on Saturday morning.
So they're here on Saturday morning. The other two teams are playing at home, whether that's Saturday or Sunday?
So the other two, them teams I just mentioned will be down here Saturday morning. Okay. The other two teams are at home on Sunday afternoon, right. 2 o'clock kick-off against Discoveries.
Okay. Right, I think that's all for now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Trev.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers.
For the latest Barton Town news and information, visit the club's website at www.bartontownfc.co.uk.
Good evening, Nathan.
Hi, Trev.
I suppose the big news this week is Nathan Hottie.
Yeah, Hottie's gone to Bedford Town.
To where?
Bedford Town.
I thought you said Bedford Town. I'm thinking, what? No, that's not right.
No, that would have been a shock if he'd have gone there, but no.
Yeah. So what's brought this on? I know he's not been 100% fit.
Yeah, he wasn't happy when I left him out away at goal. But he'd come off the previous game with his hamstring again. Yeah. But he declared himself fit, but I still left him out. And then in the next game, I played him and he pulled his hammy again. So he wasn't right, and he acknowledged that. But yeah, he just said he wasn't happy. And he's obviously been getting a bit in the ear from those at Bev Town. So yeah.
Right. Okay. So you've got a couple of perhaps new faces. Obviously, we're going to short of players. I know you said we've had a big squad.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we've got a few missing this weekend with Fraser and Josh as well.
Fraser and Josh.
Yeah, Fraser's running a marathon.
Okay.
He's been training for it for a long time. That's why I haven't seen him down here Thursday nights. But he's obviously still been playing. And Josh is on his honeymoon in Turkey still. So we I don't know what day he's back, but even so, even if he was back tomorrow, you couldn't start him straight away. So so yeah, we've got a few missing, but we'll patch up, fix up, and we'll get on with it.
Right. So are we bringing some more players from the reserves to get round that short-term issue? No,
I mean young Matty will be more involved. He's been on the bench again recently. Mm-hmm. Matty will get a chance, and Tom Davey will get a chance as well. So then it's up to them. If they do well and we don't have to bring anyone in, then great. And if they don't do so well, and we have to bring people in, then we can do it. We've spoken to a couple today actually, but they've gone to the a club in the league above.
Right.
So that's the kind of people that we want to bring in. That's their level. The ones that we feel will improve us. They're playing at step 4 and they've got offers at step 4, so it's difficult, but we'll keep trying.
Okay. So that means perhaps you and Danny will be putting a shirt on in the next few games.
Danny might. I'm hoping his hamstrings hold out. But I played. I played 6-a-side last Monday and hurt my knee, and it's only just starting to feel okay. So I'll do a little bit tonight and see how it is. But yeah, Northie before me. Right.
So we're at Hallam on Saturday.
Yeah.
Another very difficult away game.
Difficult, but me and Dan both went to watch them on Tuesday. There was at Botsford, and yeah, they've got some decent individuals, and they are a decent team, especially at home with the massive crowds that get backing them and stuff.
Their pitch has got a hell of a slope on it, hasn't it?
Yeah, a hell of a slope, but I mean, yeah, it goes both ways. We did well there last year, but yeah, it's nothing there's nothing there to worry about, is what I'm saying. Well, from what I saw on Tuesday.
Does that slope on the pitch make it very difficult when you're playing uphill? Because it is quite pronounced.
Depends on.
It takes more out of you when you're running. And
yeah, well, it depends on on how you play, and if you keep the ball, or if you go for corners and aim to play in their defensive third. So, like I said, it's a cliche, but it's the same for both teams.
Right. So, last few games we've not done very well. I think it's 5 games, 2 points.
Yeah, not great. Yeah,
not great since school. So how you the players taking it, working out what they.
Yeah, I mean, I know we say this, and you look at it on a game by game basis, and I know Silsden thoroughly spanked, for want of a better phrase, but yeah, other than Silsden, I mean, there's Garforth 2-1, and then there's Golcar at home 1-0. Frickley away 1-1, and then Eccleshill at home 1-1, and it's like, especially the Frickley one, definitely should have had 3 points. Eccleshill, I don't know if you've watched the highlights, but honestly, it's laughable. Some of it's laughable. Right. The lads handballed it on the line. I don't know if you've seen. I want to say handball. He's stuck his elbow out, but he's moved it away from his body,
Right.
elbowed it off the line, and the referee's not give it. And then when it's come back in the box, Hotty's headed it down to Sam, and he's probably 2, maybe 3 yards onside. Sam, Tom Warby headed it down, and he stuck it away. And you think, you know what, we should have won this 2-3-1, and we end up drawing 1-1. But yeah. But for the Silsden game, I know it doesn't look great, but I'm not going to say I'm unhappy with it,
Right.
because it is what it is. We on another day we could be sat here saying, well, we've got six points, or the Garforth game, which could have gone our way, or at least could have got a point, and the Golcar one where they've had the one shot, and it was from our mistake. So there's games that we're dominating, and it's just turning that domination into better situations and better goal scoring opportunities, and then taking them opportunities.
Next home game, Deeping Rangers
Mm-hmm.
in the Lincolnshire Senior Trophy.
Yeah.
So do you do research on these teams beforehand?
We don't. Nah, to be honest, we don't know a lot about Deeping.
Okay.
We'll have a look at the league table after the game on Saturday, see where they are, look if there's any players that we know. But other than that, no, we ain't got the resources to send people out and have them watched or anything like that. So it's just a case of us turning up on the night and hoping we turn it on and get through to the next round.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm
Cheers,
sure you want to
Trev.
get off to training.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Thank you.
That's it for this edition of Swans Talk. Thanks for listening.